What's good, people? So I watched the updates of the Lumix cameras and also the announcement of the Lumix S5D. I'm a Lumix S5 user and I've been using it since it came out. Before I used to use the GH5, but when I saw the images that came from the Lumix S5, I quickly jumped and traded my GH5 and got the Lumix S5. Now they've released this new update, and here's my quick thoughts. Basically, you're getting the same sensor, you're getting the same image. I've been looking online and seeing what people are saying. Some people are disappointed. I get you. Especially if you have a Lumix S5 right now, you'll be disappointed. And you start thinking like they should have just updated. Basically give us some updates or something that's cool for those original S5 users. I get where they're coming from. Because it kind of feels like, if you look at the S5, it came out in the pandemic and there was not a lot of hype on it. So it was overshadowed by the pandemic. Then 3 years later, they released the S5 too. And it seems like the S5 was just forgotten. For those original S5 users, those people who still have the S5, like right now I'm shooting on the S5. It's almost like a disappointment because the S5 was released around the pandemic period, and 2 years later they released the S5 II, then the S5 IIX, now the S9, and it seems like the S5, the OG S5, has been forgotten. I understand that the S5 has autofocus issues and all the other small issues, but the thing is that the image is still a powerful image. So with this announcement, by the way, I don't get sponsored by Panasonic. I don't get paid by Panasonic. I buy my devices, I buy my cameras with my own money. So I'm just gonna tell you my honest truth. If it's your first time getting a camera, to be honest, I would say get the original S5, because right now you can get a body for like 600 pounds. But if you got more money, then I would say get the S5 II. Or even the S5 IIX, because this S5D, it's one of those things that don't really make sense. I understand that there are some YouTubers who get paid to do these videos to promote this S5D, it's cool. But for those people who are just looking for a camera to get, just get the original S5. Don't worry about autofocus. People always complain about autofocus and all that stuff. If your job requires a lot of autofocus, then get the S5 II or the S5 IIX. But if you don't require the autofocus, you just want beautiful images, just get the original S5. Then later on, we'll see what Lumix will do with their cameras. But for now, I'm not moved with the announcement of the S5D. It just doesn't move me. It doesn't wow me. I'll just stick to the original S5 and see what Lumix does in the future. But I'm not going to update. So let me know what you think in the comment section. Are you going to get the S5D? Or are you going to get the original S5? Or are you going to jump to the S5 II? Maybe you own the original Lumix S5. What are you going to do? Are you going to wait and see what they do in the future? Or are you just going to wait and see when they drop the S1 H2 sometime in the future? We don't know when. So let me know in the comment section what you think about this announcement of the S5D. Just share your honest opinion and your honest thoughts. Comment, like, share, and subscribe.